the Asian scientific.
Hello everyone, welcome to FilmHead. Today we will suggest you the most of some spy agent type movies that you should watch. Let's start top 10 spy film at a glance with no spoiler or very slightly spoiler. Number 10. Argo. Argo is a Ben Affleck's film that is oddball mix of political thriller and movie biz satire about a strange rescue mission during the 1979 Iran hostage crisis is entertaining but schlocky. It is based on real events. Argo chronicles the life-or-death covert operation to rescue 6 Americans, which unfolded behind the scenes of the Iran hostage crisis, focusing on the little-known role that the CIA and Hollywood played, information that was not declassified until many years after the event. Mendez was a skilled exfiltration agent who, during the Iranian Revolution, used his Hollywood connections to help him produce a fake blockbuster that would set the 6 free. He was a determined and imaginative agent. It is only a matter of time before the 6 are found out and likely killed. The Canadian and American governments ask the CIA to intervene. The CIA turns to their top exfiltration specialist, Tony Mendez, Affleck, to come up with a plan to get the 6 Americans safely out of the country. A plan so incredible, it could only happen in the movies. Number 9. A Call to Spy. A Call to Spy, directed by Lydia Dean Pilcher, is an informative and historical movie detailing the unknown story of the lady spies recruited by England's Special Operations Executive. This movie is heart-wrenching, traumatic, intense, and thrilling sometimes. I was amazed at what a group of diverse women were able to accomplish. Noor was unbelievable, often terrified and chased, but she was relentless in getting messages over the wire. When captured and tortured, she gave the Gestapo nothing. During World War II, the British Prime Minister instates that spy agency to undermine the Nazis. In a desperate attempt to gain leverage, they hire women that spies who leave a powerful legacy behind. The movie is very authentic. The real-life Virginia Hall was an American recruited into the SOE. Her attempts to get a job as a diplomat were dashed for years because of her prosthetic leg, the result of a teenage hunting accident. Number 8. Spy 2023. Spy, a Telugu language film directed by Gary B.H., had an ambitious premise but ultimately falls short of expectations. Featuring an ensemble cast including Nikhil Siddhartha, Isvarya Menon, Abhinav Gamatam, and Aryan Rajesh. The film aimed to blend various action genres into a cohesive storyline. RAW agents Jai Vardhan, Kamal, and NIA agent Vaishnavi embark on a mission to find the person responsible for the death of Jai's elder brother and fellow RAW agent Subhash Vardhan. They are also tasked with tracking down infamous terrorist Qadir Khan, who is collaborating with Pakistani scientist Abdur Rahman to hatch a lethal scheme aimed at damaging India's image. Spy comes at a time when you've kind of seen various permutations and combinations of the same story told in different ways with varying motivations in numerous languages. Gary's film has its heart in the right place, but it lacks the spunk to stand out. Number 7. Casino Royale. Casino Royale is a James Bond masterpiece. Casino Royale could hold the title of being the greatest James Bond film ever made. Like the Vesper Martini it invents, the film is a rich, flavorful, and perfectly measured concoction that brings together every single right ingredient into a work of greatness. A sharp script, lush direction, impeccable action, a memorable Bond villain, a bold and brilliant Bond girl, and the arrival of Daniel Craig, fully assured and at his career best. This movie is new from the get-go. It could be your first Bond. In fact, it was the first Bond. It was Ian Fleming's first 007 novel, and he was still discovering who the character was. With Casino Royale, we get to the obligatory concluding lovey-dovey on the tropical sands, and then the movie pulls a screeching U-turn and starts up again with the most sensational scene I have ever seen set in Venice, or most other places. It's a movie that keeps on giving. The plot centers on a marathon high-stakes poker game, in which Bond will try to deprive Le Chiffre of 10 million or more pounds that would go to finance terrorism. Number 6. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. The movie is based on John Le Carre's 1974 novel, which redefined modern spy fiction and inspired an ambitious 1979 BBC adaptation. It's a really good spy movie. It must have been extremely challenging to adapt that book into a 2-hour movie. If you like to watch excellent movies more than once, then this movie is for you. A lot of material is presented in a short time, and very little of it qualifies as action. TTSS is complex and cerebral, and respectfully short on expository, but there are a number of excellent scenes where the subplots get meaningfully tied up even if you didn't quite follow them the whole way there. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy looks, sounds, and feels exactly right. Alfredson's film is faithful to the tone set by the novel, but the screenplay, by Bridget O'Connor and Peter Strawn, is not a model of clarity. More ordinary spy movies provide helpful scenes in which characters brief each other as a device to keep the audience oriented. Number 5. Skyfall. This is one of the best Bond movies. The story is superbly put together and has some interesting twists. A hard drive containing top-secret data is stolen by an ex-MI6 agent who wants to get revenge on Bond's supervisor. In an attempt to save her later on, Bond will have to confront his past. Skyfall triumphantly reinvents 007 in one of the best Bonds ever. This is a full-blooded, joyous, intelligent celebration of a beloved cultural icon, with Daniel Craig taking full possession of a role he earlier played well in Casino Royale, not so well in Quantum, although it may not have been entirely his fault. There's a notion that says you can rank the Bond films according to how good their villains are. In Skyfall, Javier Bardem portrays Silva, a brilliant megalomaniac whose unpronounceable Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men nearly reached Hannibal Lecter's peak. Number 4. The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Identity is top-notch spy movie filled with action, suspense, and a mystery that is slowly explained as the movie goes on. The Bourne Identity is also an action thriller film directed by Doug Liman. The best thing about this film is that it is an action film, but its story is completely logical and memorable like John Wick. Jason Bourne, who lost his memory and started thinking him as an assassin, finally finds out that he is an US FBI agent. He also fell in love with a girl named Maybe Marilyn who helped him when Bourne didn't know who he is. Matt Damon was just perfect for this role as the perfect spy who botched his memory. Brian Cox and Julia Stiles are also great in the movie as the Bourne catchers. Also, Jason Bourne's girlfriend does a great job in the movie. The action is so well done it's no wonder so many action films try to replicate it. The cast is great, and so is the story. This film should be on everyone's top 10 list. Number 3. Kingsman: The Secret Service. An amazing attempt to reimagine a Bond-style franchise that injects humor, gore, and creativity into the spy genre. This film is about antisocial and unemployed. Eggsy Onwin faces several challenges when someone gets recruited as a secret agent in a secret spy organization in order to look for Richmond Valentine, an eco-terrorist. Kingsman additionally revitalizes the spy genre with social satire, innovative gadgets, a host of likable characters, and one of the most unique and germane villain motivations I've seen in recent cinema. Everything is in this movie. Superb directing, combined with top-notch cinematography and pure art in terms of shot length and composition, camera angles, etc. Excellent acting. Extremely excellent editing. Really, the quality of filming and editing that goes into many of these action scenes is exceptional. Here, Colin Firth truly stands out. Very subtle, very restrained performance. Based on the comic book from Mark Millar and Dave Gibbons, Kingsman posits a top-secret British espionage group that is inspired by King Arthur and his knights, based in a seemingly ordinary Savile Row tailor shop, and regularly saves the world without getting into all the political mumbo-jumbo that has affected the efforts of governmental spy organizations. Number 2. The Bourne Supremacy. Robert Ludlum's amnesiac superhero Jason Bourne returns, played by preternaturally fresh-faced Matt Damon, in a wildly hectic and stroboscopically edited espionage thriller which delivers some deafening bangs for your buck. Brian Cox is the sullen intelligence chief exuding cynicism, while Joan Allen is a senior spy attempting to entice Bourne back in from the cold. Though British filmmaker Paul Greengrass is well known for his critically acclaimed drama Bloody Sunday, set in Northern Ireland, this glossy adrenaline trip lacks any of the verite atmosphere or sincere sense of purpose of that film. The Bourne Supremacy re-enters the shadowy world of expert assassin Jason Bourne, Damon, who continues to find himself plagued by splintered nightmares from his former life. Onto the movie, Bourne is now more aware of his mysterious past and is looking to garner more info about Operation Treadstone. The action sequences will have you on the edge of your seat as more of his secretive past is brought up and his part in a wider conspiracy revealed. The fight scenes are the same brutal pieces, silent apart from the thud of punches landing and shuffling. Lots of shuffling. Number 1. Mission Impossible series. Mission Impossible has totally 7 parts till now. Another part is Mission Impossible 8 is coming out in 2025. Mission Impossible is a series of American action spy films based on the 1966 TV series created by Bruce Geller. The series is mainly produced by and stars Tom Cruise, who plays Ethan Hunt, an agent of the Impossible Missions Force. The Mission Impossible franchise is defined by its lack of obvious definition. By comparing the first 6 films starring Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt to the other series that define modern Hollywood, neither the mythology of Mission Impossible nor the cinematic universe itself exist. Although characters recur, the narratives usually don't touch on one another. Tom Cruise never truly aged, so you may watch them out of chronological order. A storyline that is the exact antithesis of fan service forms the foundation of the first picture, even though elements from the original TV show, such as the theme song, masks, and one incredibly intriguing character crossover, may be remixed. Critics have generally given the series a positive reception. With nearly $4.09 billion in global revenue, it ranks as the 17th highest-grossing film series of all time, and is frequently regarded as one of the greatest action films ever. In 2024, the series received its first Academy Award nominations, with Dead Reckoning being nominated in the categories of Best Visual Effects and Best Sound at the '96 ceremony.